The Scottish side, a much more adventurous looking side, a much better balanced looking side than lost at home to Northern Ireland in Hampden Park on Tuesday night. With a lot of experience there, particularly in defence, and a lot of inspiration as well. And the sheer inspiration, I suppose, they're looking for from Jinky Johnstone. Chivers immediately there, challenged by Greig. And Jinky Johnstone getting his first Wembley touch and nodding it away. Now Johnstone for Scotland. Greig has gone outside him. There's the flick to John Greig, pounding forward now for Scotland across that English goal. A nice little 1-2 developing there between Hurst and Peters couldn't quite get in on the end of it. And Johnstone surprisingly deep, picking it up now for Scotland. Of Clarke, and Peters not happy with it, wanting Cooper to lift it. And away goes Jinky Johnstone. Well, that leaves it nicely for Bremner, but the whistle had gone. England's free kick. Straight onto the chest of Greig. Johnstone. Well, that looks as though it might have fallen against the arms of... Actually, my feeling was that the slow motion looked as though the ball clearly didn't cross the line there, though. Scotland didn't want to happen so early in the game. But now Johnstone, they look more and more now to this wee man. John Greig going up on the outside. Jinky Johnstone. And Ball putting it back there. Curran with a chance. And Curran has equalised. The back pass that wasn't a good one, and it came from Allan Ball. And Curran there in the mix-up with Banks, making it 1-1. 2 goals now in the first 11 minutes.
Well, in fact, it was Jinky Johnstone here who tried that ball through, which brought about the trouble, and there was Ball's pass back. Now look as Banks comes and misses the ball. He went straight for Curran's feet. Curran didn't touch it, so it was an own.
They're on the move now with Bremner. Johnstone over on the right if he can keep it in, and he can. Taking on Cooper. Taking him on again, getting Cooper going in circles, Moore going with him. Johnstone brilliant there and winning a corner. He punctured, and now really riding on the crest of the wave there. Green trying to duck it on. Hurst. And Johnstone for Scotland. McLintock. And away goes Johnstone. Pulled down by Peters. The referee there having a word with Peters, or perhaps he was getting in very quickly because he saw that Bremner wanted to have perhaps even more than a word with Peters. But I think that's going to be the fate of Jinky Johnstone, because he jinks so swiftly past people that they're taking him, even though perhaps very often they don't intend to take him. Straight onto the head of Tony Green. Green finding Johnstone. Strong challenge there from Johnstone. That shows the power of the man. He went through that challenge from Storey. Got a feeling past Allan Ball. Jinky Johnstone beaten that time by Peters. Johnstone. Whoa, past Cooper. Look at that jugglery there from Jinky Johnstone. And then a nice little pass to John Greig. Back to Johnstone again. Ball closing on him. He's beaten Ball, but he can't beat Cooper, because Cooper was in quickly and severely, as he knew he had to be. Cormack. Johnstone again. He really seems to be in the mood, and it's Greig. Johnstone. Inside, outside, inside again, and a flick through that very nearly got through. Billy Bremner. Storey in very quickly. Bremner over his own head, but into touch for England's throw. Supported, of course, by Johnstone, with Robb as well. And here's Johnstone with Greig outside him. Bremner. Now it's... And Greig setting a nice little dummy to Johnstone, who seemed a moment ago to be limping. And Jinky Johnstone is limping at the moment. Cooper free on his left. There's the ball aimed towards Cooper, but in those appearances. 2 against Villa in the Football League Cup. A goal against Greece for England. 2 goals against... And now Now it's with Jimmy Johnstone. Robb. Oh, that was a 6-yard area once more, and plenty of blue back for Scotland. Peters will go for this one, but it doesn't go to him. Ireland are leading Wales by 1-0. We here in Belfast, and the part-timer Brian Hamilton is the Irish scorer. Ireland, but now Green to Bremner, and still a long way to go for England. Bremner looking for Johnstone, but Cooper was there. Scotland claim he was tripped, but the referee says no, and it's Storey then. Jimmy Johnstone to Jim Brogan. Johnstone again. So a real bombshell for the Scots, who, if anything, over the first half an hour looked the better side, and now they find, with something like 4 minutes to go to half-time, like Mick McManus is in football gear, wrestling away as that ball drops towards him. There's Johnstone. Cormack getting that one in. Francis Lee forlornly saying, was it out? But it wasn't. Johnstone. Taken by 2 English players, Storey and Ball, and a free kick to Scotland. A minute to go to half-time now, and if Scotland are to get back in this game, what better time to do something about it than now? Out and into touch for Scotland's throw. Johnstone. Storey. Brogan. Johnstone again. All through the legs of Francis Lee, and away goes Johnstone. Lawler and Storey trying to cover him. Inside for Bremner. Flicked on again for Cormack. But in fact it was Brogan instead. Green to Jimmy Johnstone. McLintock, Johnstone. There's Bremner looking for that one, but beaten away by Greig. Johnstone is buzzing around there just ahead of him, and here is Jimmy Johnstone. Quickly to his feet again. Greig is outside him. Still Johnstone, not making too much progress. Now he's trying to get past Cooper, and Cooper doesn't like it. And Bremner is offside. Of it. McLintock fighting for it on the edge of that English penalty area. Johnstone now to there first, and Green shrugging off that challenge from Moore. Green, who's had a fine game for second half at the moment, a little bit disjointed apart from some sparkling midfield play by Green and that one bad miss by Martin Peters. But here's Jimmy Johnstone. Johnstone. And now McLintock. Oh, that almost got through.
To keep the game flowing. He didn't that time because the ball went to England, but on other occasions he has.
McLintock. Johnstone. Selling a nice little dummy on Cooper, but Chivers was coming right back there, almost. Johnstone, all heading that straight for Peters. Peters in turn trying to find Lee, but it's McLintock now to Jimmy Johnstone again. The referee shepherding Storey away, who wanted to delay that one, but now it's Jimmy Johnstone. Not enough power. Well, he's been a little bit subdued after that flashing, and so that spoiled the policeman's afternoon, when just when he was enjoying the game as well. But there's Jimmy Johnstone. Cormack, beautifully Green. Straight into the body of Johnstone. Play on, says the referee, although there was a suspicion of handball. Cormack putting it across there. Robb going in hard for it, but headed away again by the England defence. Cooper slipping, and then recovering brilliantly for England. Finding his skimmer going on. Flick wide now for Johnstone. Can Johnstone do anything with this one? A nice cross there by Johnstone. Banks with his fist, and Ball with his chest. Johnstone. Green, and away.
Run, chase, do the simple, sensible thing, and keep Scotland's attack flowing.
But now it's Jimmy Johnstone. They're looking across, and again it's McFarland there, getting his head to it to get it away. And across that English goal, and he couldn't quite reach Johnstone because the safe and the sure hands of Banks were there before him. Not a good pass by Cormack, giving Johnstone no chance at all on Wednesday night. So one of those. Now it's Brogan. Stopped well there by McFarland, and men are waiting patiently in the middle, among them Jimmy Johnstone and Cormack, who just failed to get their heads. Oh yes, he's kept it in. The linesman's kept his flag down. Johnstone is up there with him. Still Brogan. Back for Cormack. Oh, and Johnstone very near. And Johnston again. A little flick wide there and no. Johnston. Straight to Peters though. Ball now. Jimmy Johnstone. Well, he couldn't take on Clarke and Ball and beat them both, and Ball has found Chivers. Almost giving away a corner. Munro, in fact, getting it away. Into touch, England's throw. Belfast with Ireland still hanging on to that 1-0 lead over Wales. And now Jimmy Johnstone for Scotland. To Bremner. Johnstone. A little flick through there, Cormack, and it wouldn't run for Scotland that time. Referee looking hard at his watch, and in fact is blown the final whistle.
It was hard to say. I thought Jimmy Johnstone at times, but you know, I thought the team manager put a bit of the onus in Jimmy Johnstone by saying Jimmy Johnstone is our race and he's going to win the match and he's going to do this. They've played 8 internationals, their last 8 internationals. Jimmy Johnstone hasn't been included. So all of a sudden he comes out and he's going to be the match winner. I know he's been injured for 2 matches, but for the last 7 or 8 matches, he hasn't had a mention. And all of a sudden he's out there, this is going to be the match winner.